Are strongmen actually athletes? My name is Eric Favors, and I am an Olympic shot put thrower. I just was at the Paris Olympics this past summer, and I'm going to go deep dive into strongman trying shot put. So we have Robert Oberst, Nick Best, Brian Shaw, and Eddie Hall trying to step into the field of shot put. And I'm going to give you guys my opinion of their throws. So let's get into it.
This week, I've set us up to compete in our very own Highland Games, where all the clans would come together and their strongest men would compete to see who was the fittest and most athletic. This field in Braemar is hollow.
This is exactly how I was selected to throw shot put. I was handpicked out of a... No, I'm just kidding. I followed my brother and basically just started throwing when he threw. So, but it's a long history, you know. Shot put has been around for a number of years.
This is the Super Bowl of the Highland Games. For our first challenge in Scotland, we're gonna challenge Donald Denny's record for shot put.
Having the judges on the field this week means that if any of us were to break a world record, it would actually...
It says shot put throw, but it is a stone throw, so it's a little bit different, but it's the same thing. It's a bigger mass compared to what I do. I normally throw with diameter of like a 1.25, 1.28, so a little bit smaller than what they're throwing, but similar hand placements and technique.
count.
Donald Denny threw the Braemar stone 31 feet, 7 inches.
So, I mean, that 28 pounds, a lot of weight to throw 30 foot.
Right.
Exactly what he said, 31 feet. It's massive and it weighs a little bit heavier, but I've thrown a 16 pound, 7.26, 68 feet. So put that in perspective. And obviously I'm not throwing in grass. I'm throwing like in a cement ring and different techniques. So it's a stand throw. So it'll be a little bit shorter. What I do is I spin in a circle and try to throw it. So it's completely different, but it's similar because we do the stand throw for like warm ups and everything. So
especially with guys like us who've never done it. Yeah. But that's kind of what we do. We show up, we take on a legend we're unprepared for, and we win the day. I threw shot as a senior in high school and 1 year in college. I was actually pretty good at it. And
Robert, he has some experience while throwing, and I feel like that is very important. And we'll see how he does. I mean, I know the title is already giving, but I mean, that experience will help out greatly because you know the technique.
Highland Games, putting the stone is almost exactly like the shot put in America. All right, boys, let's get cracking. Let's do this.
Okay, cool. We've got the 31 feet, what Donald Denny did back in the day. So who's up first?
I'll go first. Get it. All right, Nick, we're gonna mark right where you land over here with the judge. 31 feet, brother, come on.
All right. I can't even get...
Look at this picture. This is hilarious. And I remember back in the day when I was throwing, because I used to throw back in high school, just like practice like any given Sunday. And a strongman actually, someone that has competed in the World's Strongest Man, went, like he was like walking the track at the time, and he came down and he wanted to show his son how to throw shot put. And I remember he put the stone or shot put on his head just like that. So it's kind of crazy. The shoulder mobility that they lack, they can't really put it on their neck because like with the shot put, if you see mine right here, like it kind of just places right here and yeah, it sticks there. But like they can't even do it just because of their shoulder mass and how big they are. So yeah, you see him just putting it on his cheek, and that is not optimal for distance, not optimal with the stone throw at all. So you're going to need a little bit of more mobility. I would recommend doing some stretches beforehand. They might need a lot more. They might need somebody getting in there with them elbows.
Get my arm in position. That's all my arm goes to. This is it right here. So not my event.
Pretty good movement. He kept his chest up. I couldn't really see the feet because like that is the most important part with throwing the shot put. It's like you really want to grind the ground, create like a backward C, and it's kind of like a slingshot into the finish. Yeah, let's see how far it goes.
Nice, Nick.
Good job, Nick.
Nice, Nick.
23 feet 5.
Nick went first with a stone put, and his throw was not good.
Let's go, Eddie.
you have to keep the shot put on your neck while throwing. And they're so, like, obviously his was even on his ear as well. So, like, he had a difficult time, but you could tell with the power and everything, he tries to get it out there. We'll see how far it goes, though.
Go!
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
29 feet 10.
29 feet, 10 inches. Nearly there.
I didn't get Donald Denny's record for the 28-pound stone. I nearly did it, but just not quite enough momentum.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. But I grabbed it this way because I wanted the thick end on my neck. A little further. A little further. Down. When I first got into the sport, I looked up to Brian. I studied the way he moves. I studied what shoes he wore. I knew what shoes Brian wore before I met him. Keep it on your head as long as possible, and the last thing you do is flick your fingers. I did everything I could to actually emulate what he's done because his strength career is one that...
Brian Shaw, he is, I think, a 4-time world's strongest man. So he should be able to actually throw this far. I mean, he's done events similar to this, but I think he'll struggle just because it's more of a technique thing of throwing. So we'll look more into it.
I knew Robert had done shot put before, so I really wanted to beat him at that because I knew how much it meant to him.
Not bad technique. I would really recommend him really rotating them legs, keeping the upper body back. But he really has a good push. He would have an amazing frame to throw the shot put, but he's just so big and strong. It's hard to even put it on his neck. And if you can't put it on your neck, you can't really have the tension. And if I had 5 minutes with him, I bet you he would break the record, no doubt. So let's see how far it actually goes, though.
Nice.
Good.
31 10.
Smoke the record, dude. 3 inches is 3 inches.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brian's just smashed that.
I'm glad that I was able to set the new record.
He broke the record, but if I would give him some pointers, he would throw it even further. Just how big he is. I mean, if he steps over, just like puts his arm over the toe board, it's already going, 20 feet. So let's see Robert.
I definitely wanted to beat Robert.
You're the one with the Scottish blood in your veins.
Yeah.
You've got to beat this now.
He's a beast, man. I've been competing against Brian for about 4 years. I had to work hard to get up to that level where I could compete against Brian. I really want this one.
And Robert, I think he retired now, but at this point, like, he was competing for the world's strongest man, but he was not at the level, say, as a Eddie Hall or a Brian Shaw, which they were the top of the world's strongest man game. So, like, to see that he has the furthest throw just goes to show how much technique is important. And for the strongman, does that actually make you athletic? I don't know. He isn't as strong as, say, Brian Shaw or Eddie Hall, but he just threw further than him because it takes a lot of technique. So let's see his throw.
Come on, Obi, blast this thing. Let's go.
Competing against Brian on a regular basis is like constant fuel for me. This actually means a lot to me.
And look at that. He actually has the stone on his neck, a little bit down as well. So you could tell that he has done this before.
So I've got to do this.
Good.
I think that's a record.
This one's further.
Oh, yes. 34 11.
Robbie.
New record. Wow. Congratulations, Robert. I would give you some tips, but you broke the record. Congratulations. Does that make you actually athletic? I don't know. I mean, strongmen, you guys do different movements, but just goes to show you don't have to be the strongest. Shot put, stone throw, it's a lot of technique and holding separation. You need the power, but look, Robert's not the best strongman at the time, but he just has the record. Comment down below. Let me know who you think I should react to next. See ya!